Demario Davis is always on the clock.
With the 76th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Paulson Adebo, defensive back, Stanford.
How was announcing your draft picks? That was fun, huh?
That was fun. That was different.
Yeah.
At first, I really didn't want to do it. That's kind of not my thing, but...
What's not your thing? Center of attention?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. I operate well in the spotlight, but it's not what I'm necessarily looking for.
I was gonna ask you, how many hours are on your watch? Because it seems like you do twice as many things in the course of a day than the rest of us mere mortals.
A lot of it is the grace of God. I feel like he gives me more hours in a day, some way, somehow. At least it feels that way. And I'm just very intentional with my time.
Davis's intentions are clear each Sunday. Off the field, there is his commitment to family and an urgency to lead community service and social justice initiatives. Davis is a man who has served his time. Now he spends his days making every second count.
If this moment was taken from you, what would you give to get it back? You gotta embrace these moments. They few and far in between.
I was seriously motivated just listening to you rally your troops. I was coming over this interview, I was like, let's go, let's do this.
I have to prepare them for battle. You know, it's like Leonidas. It's the last charge before we ignite into battle.
Walk us through the word of the day.
The word today is dedication. The word is unstoppable. You are unstoppable. The word, stay home.
Where do you get that from? Is that just in you?
I don't know. I feel like it comes from the Holy Spirit. So it starts with a word, and then turns into a phrase, and then it's sentence on top of sentence on top of sentence.
Obstacles come in all different sizes, some small, some great, some giant. It don't matter what size they are. They all get conquered.
Davis was his own obstacle growing up in Brandon, Mississippi. He excelled on the football field, but proved to be a frequent discipline problem in school.
So your sophomore year in high school, you get suspended.
Expelled.
Yeah, you're done.
And it had been progressing, so you got detention, you got in-school suspension, you got suspension. I was going up the chart.
Davis's troubles came to a head during his first year at Arkansas State. He was arrested for stealing groceries from a local store.
So you get arrested. You're now in jail for 3 days? How is Demario day 1 versus Demario day 3 in this jail?
We got bailed out, you know, and so like that's why you see me fighting for like cash bail, because our coaches bailed us out. And so like who knows when we would have got a court date had we had to stay in jail and not been bailed out. When we at the courtroom, you know, me and my teammate, we laughing. We thinking we finna get community service or something. Like the judge never looked up. He never made eye contact with me. He proceeded to say 3 days in jail, $150 pay for release. He just read the list and then hit the hammer. Next. Like,
clinical.
It was like I wasn't even a person. Now, I'm not, the crime I committed, I'm fully accountable for the crime. Like, you know, you do the crime, you do the time. But there was no reform in that. I'm in the system now. And then I go in and having conversations with the individuals in there, everybody like, oh, this your first time? Oh, you coming back, don't worry.
Wow.
You know, and so like in my mind, I'm having to like, nah, I gotta make sure I set my intentions that I ain't coming back here.
You have mentioned in the past that you were getting in your own way. How did you learn to get out of your own way?
Before then, anytime I messed up, I'm blaming other people. I'm not really taking accountability. So that's when I started to really like do a lot of introspection and really just kind of looking at my life. And I'm not pleased at what I'm seeing. So I started to spend time with our team chaplain. He started spending some real one-on-one time with me. I was in the car and I just remember like kind of feeling God like, let go. You have to let go and you have to let me take control of your life.
This is your sophomore year now.
Yeah, this is my red shirt, end of my red shirt freshman year. A little bit after that, I did it. And maybe a week or so later, like I felt something change.
Davis got back on the team and was a 3-time All-Sun Belt Conference selection. He made the all-academic team, and he found love off the field with Tamala. They married in 2012.
With the 77th pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Demario Davis, linebacker, Arkansas State.
When you know that you're headed to the league, how do you feel?
I look at football different now, right? When my dream of making it to the NFL, I'm like, man, I'm gonna buy this fly house, I'm gonna have the best cars, I'm gonna have all the girls, I'm gonna be doing all that. Now my purpose and mission is different. Man, if I can reach these guys in the locker room, these guys are gonna grow into be the leaders of the world. They're gonna be husbands, they're gonna be fathers. So I can have impact by the way that I play, by the way that I spend time with them, about what I reflect.
So you have your 4 years in New York, you end up in Cleveland, then you go back to New York, and then you end up with the Saints in 2018. What was it for you that changed when you arrived in New Orleans?
It was like the kid returning home.
Double D, do your stuff. Let's go. Let's do it. Here we go.
I'm a country boy. I'm a Southern boy. It was almost like a real embrace. Like I hugged the city and the city hugged me back.
Lil' home, what up, man?
What's up, Demario Davis?
You good?
What about family?
Huh?
What about family?
What's your name, bro? Khalil? Good to meet you, dog. You gonna be out here one day, huh? That's what I'm talking about. What position you play?
I play fullback.
Woo. Okay.
I play middle.
Okay, you like to hit? You like to hit? Okay.
Demario likes to hit too. He's led the Saints in tackles each of the last 3 seasons and has twice been named All-Pro, showing another side to his soft-spoken, off-the-field persona.
Let's go!
You have an alter ego?
Oh, yes, of course.
Does he have a name?
He does.
What's his name?
Magic.
Magic? Explain.
Well, I have to be careful with Magic, you know, like that. Magic, the thing about him is it's that extreme version of myself that whatever I do, I'm gonna be the best at it.
Demario is at his best when it comes to his community service and social justice causes.
Our country has the greatest ideals ever. We got to make sure that we're living up to the ideals and morals that we're putting out.
I'm drafting 100 kids from Rudy School in New Orleans to open savings accounts and to contribute to closing the wealth gap.
In 2019, Davis joined with Josh Norman to visit border refugees.
Why is it so important for you to be involved the way that you are?
I think it all comes from our relationship with God. What that leads to is I know what he cares about the most, and that's his people. So I can't look up on somebody that's hurting, somebody that's going through oppression, somebody that's facing injustice, and just turn my head the other way.
When you and Josh went down to the border and your help you did with immigration, what emotion does that elicit?
We saw all these kids and we're like, man, we just need to do something. Let's go to Walmart, and we bought a bunch of book bags and toys. These kids don't have no toys, they don't have nothing. All these children running up to you, gracias, 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 gracias. And in this moment, it's like this most amazing moment ever until the next bus comes up.
Right.
What if that was my kids that had been separated from me and they were sleeping on cages and everybody's just watching with resources and doing nothing? I wouldn't want that for my child. And I don't want to be the person that's sitting on the sideline, so I'm gonna go down there and do something.
The real magic is in the impact Davis makes with the Saints, his teammates, and the world at large, conjuring up hope and support whenever he's needed.
I want to make sure that help is available for those that need it. We'll see this through as we see everything else through.
How do you want to be remembered?
Ideally, I would want to be remembered as a person that brought the world closer. You know, and if we really look at it, that we're all brothers and sisters, sharing this house called Earth, and it's just a big family reunion every single day, what type of world would that be?